Is there a state that embodies the season more than Vermont and autumn? But fall in Vermont is so much more than changing leaves. It's home to the most quintessential flavors like fresh apple cider and real maple syrup. We're Kristin and Will, and today we'll be showing you all of the amazing fall foods you can find in Vermont.
Our first stop is Vermont Artisan Coffee and Tea. We're on the hunt for some fall drinks. I don't know if they have a pumpkin spice latte, but I hear they have a maple latte, which I'm sure is also incredible. If they have both, it's gonna be a really hard decision. No ski boots.
What is this, chocolate pumpkin?
Oh wow, that sounds really good. Vermont Artisan Coffee is a family-owned coffee shop and roastery that has direct relationships with coffee farms and roasts all their unique blends in-house. I think it's so cool that you could see all the equipment behind me. But speaking of unique blends, I got the chocolate and pumpkin latte. It smells so good, and it just smells so good in here in general. The coffee tastes so nice and bold. It's got really subtle pumpkin and chocolate notes. I do kind of taste a little bit of bitterness from that chocolate, but it adds like a slight sweetness. So delicious.
Next up is the Cold Hollow Cider Mill. It's a family-owned cider where you can actually watch them make cider donuts and apple cider fresh daily, and of course, try some for yourself. But before we get to that, we are at their cafe to try a completely locally sourced breakfast. We went with their morning core breakfast sandwich, which is eggs, bacon, Cabot cheddar cheese, and their Cold Hollow cider jelly on a homemade cheddar biscuit. That looks phenomenal, and a short stack of their pancakes with some locally made maple syrup. Let's give it a try. Oh my god. They're not the fluffiest pancakes I've ever had, but oh my god, they're flavorful. And they're nice and crispy on the outside too, which I really like. And that maple syrup, it's so sweet. Really taste that maple. It is amazing. All right, let me try this biscuit. Wow. The first thing you notice is that cheddar biscuit. There is so much cheese flavor in here. It is so, so good. The bacon is the perfect crispiness, and you get a little bit of that sweetness from the cider jelly. It's so good.
What's so cool is you can actually try the cider that they're pressing right over here. Oh my goodness, it tastes so fresh. And the apple smell alone is so incredible and so strong.
They look like big Cheerios.
Yeah, they do. The cool thing about Cold Hollow is you can try all the fall staples right here in one place if you really wanted to. They have cider donuts, cider, hard cider, and maple creamies. We tried the apple cider, which was delicious, and we got ourselves a apple cider donut. We really wanted to try some other things as well, but I think we're gonna save it for some other locations. But the one thing I wanted to mention is what they call a dreamy. It's an apple cider donut with a creamy on top, and it was really hard to resist. But for now, I'm just gonna jump in to this apple cider donut. It looks so cute. We saw them making it, so it's nice and fresh.
You ripped that like perfectly in half.
I know, right? The flavor is amazing. It's appley, it's cinnamony, but it's a little dry. And I almost feel like I want it to be a little sweeter. I don't know if I'm being too harsh though.
Wow, you're a picky cider donut person.
I guess.
Of all the things that we've had on our Vermont trip, I would say we have had a lot of cider donuts before. There are a lot of apple orchards in New York, so I guess we just have a little bit higher of expectations, but let me give it a try. It's definitely cinnamony. I almost taste like a little bit of like nutmeg in there too. A little bit dry, not like the moistest cider donut I've ever had. They're usually not that moist anyway, but the flavor is there and it is really good. Maybe the one thing more quintessentially Vermont than apple cider is maple syrup, and we came to the place to try some Morse Farm. It's an 8th generation family owned farm that of course sells all things maple. We had to buy some candies, and they have this super unique maple trail where you can actually see the entire production process.
So we got a maple kiss and a maple candy. I think I'm gonna start with this maple kiss. Kind of looks like taffy.
When you say kiss, I think of like Hershey's
Yeah,
Kiss.
that's what I thought too. Wow, it's definitely more like taffy. That maple flavor, so good. Next up is this maple candy. Look how cute, it's like a little maple leaf. Ooh. Oh my goodness. It literally just tastes like I'm eating sugar. Even the consistency, it's like chalky and hard. And crunchy kind of, but like not super crunchy. That's crazy. So we just did the maple tasting. They have 4 different ones you can try. Number 1 is the least mapley, and number 4 is the most mapley and the darkest. I actually like number 1 the best. It kind of was more like a honey. I guess I'm not as big of a maple person as I thought, but they were all delicious. We also found out that this is the oldest maple producer in the state of Vermont. Now, on to lunch. I stuck the landing. We've been eating non-stop, but that doesn't mean that we're not hungry for lunch. So we're headed to an amazing barbecue restaurant that doubles as a brewery, Prohibition Pig. You might not think of barbecue food as a fall staple, but it absolutely hits on a crisp fall day, and Prohibition Pig is the best around. It's also only 5 minutes from places like Cold Hollow, Cabot Creamery, and Ben & Jerry's Factory.
Wow, it smells good.
Yeah, it does. I'm hungry. Also, how beautiful is the decoration? Talk about fall. It is so cute in here. It feels so fall. They have pumpkins everywhere. I also love the black and the amber tones. There's woods everywhere. The lighting's low. It's so cute. We decided to start with a sour. We just had to get a little something since they have a brewery as well, but we are going to another place later, so we didn't want to have too much. But we decided on their prickly pear sour. Ooh, definitely get a small hint of prickly pear, but it's got more of a hops flavor to me. Really good. I don't think you're gonna like it so much though.
I'm not typically a sour fan, but I probably will be finishing all the drinks we're ordering later, so I let Kristin decide on this one. I would say though, prickly pear is our go-to marg order, so there is a chance I'll like this one. I actually like it. It's not too sour. It's more like a sweet and sour. You get a little hints of the prickly pear. It's good.
I cannot wait to dig into these wings. I'm hungry, if you can believe it. They look so nice and crispy. I guess they're dry rubbed. I'm gonna try them first without the sauces, and then I'll try each of the 3 sauces that I have here. Wow. The chicken is cooked perfectly. They are so nice and smoked, and I love this rub on the outside. It tastes like paprika, a little bit of sugar. It's like a hot, sweet combination. I guess I'll start with what they said was like a hot sauce barbecue fusion. Ooh. Wow. More of a hot sauce flair than a barbecue flair. Now let's try the bacon barbecue. Ooh, that's really good. It almost has like a little bit of a citrus flavor to me. Last but not least is this herb barbecue sauce. Ooh. That seems like it has a vinegar base. I kind of would say that's my least favorite. I just feel like it doesn't go with the wings as well. But the other 2 are both amazing. Everything looks so good, and I feel like if those wings are an indication of how this is gonna be, we're really in for a treat here. But we decided on the brisket platter, which comes with a bun and coleslaw. We also got the duck fat fries. I appreciate that it came with not only ketchup, but also mayo. And we got this mac and cheese, which looks heavenly. It has Vermont cheddar in it, and then it's topped with cornbread crumbs that are made with maple butter. So I am very, very excited. I guess I'll start with the main event. It's literally pulling apart so easily. Oh my God. I like tasted all the flavor before I even got the whole thing in my mouth. That's how good it is. Those crispy ends add a little bit of crunch. This thing is oozing with flavor. The fat adds such a nice like creaminess and richness. It's like oily. The meat just melts in your mouth. This is 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness. I also love that you could taste the smokiness. The flavor is absolutely unreal. Wow, now let's try this mac and cheese. I think this is what I was most excited for. It is literally packed with cheese. This looks so good. That is so creamy. The cheese is unbelievable. And I love the cornbread on top for a little bit of crunch. Wow, this did not disappoint. Okay, last up, let's try these duck fat fries. Ooh. Oh my goodness, so crunchy. I also taste herbs like sage, maybe some rosemary. It's definitely got like an herby flavor and I'm all about it. I really like them. Boink, boink.
Why, hello. It's finally time for what we've been waiting for all day, a maple creamy. We've seen one just about everywhere we've been to, but we've held out because Pomeranian maple is supposed to be the best in all of Vermont. It's another family-run shop and they have some amazing sounding flavors.
A large pumpkin maple twist in a cone.
Okay.
And then we'll do the maple sundae. Thank you so much. All right, so we got a large maple and pumpkin. It is melting so fast. Oh my God. This is so good. It's like pumpkin-y, but the maple adds all the sweetness and it is literally so creamy. I don't think I've had a creamier pumpkin ice cream before. 10 out of 10. Okay, we also got this maple sundae, which is a maple creamy, maple syrup, and maple sprinkles on top. Oh my God. Maple on maple on maple. This is unbelievable. It is so creamy. I can't. I think I like the pumpkin better. It's just that the maple one, it's really delicious. And I think out of all the maple creamies we've had, this is definitely my favorite. But the maple sprinkles on top kind of just put it over the edge for me. Like it's just a little too much, but it's delicious. Like the ice cream itself is so beyond creamy, it's insane.
That was outrageously good. Honestly, the best pumpkin flavored anything I've ever had, and probably even the best soft serve ice cream I've ever had. I am so glad we waited for this place because it was crazy. So we were a little bummed that there weren't actually any apple orchards at Cold Hollow, and we were driving past this place called Paul Mazza Fruit and Vegetable, and oh my gosh, look at this apple orchard. We have the entire place to ourselves, and these apples look fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen trees more stocked than these.
So yeah, this is crazy. Okay, one. Five. Wow, crisp, refreshing, juicy, delicious. 10. Perfect. Last but not least, we get to try some Vermont hard cider, and like the Creemee, we've been holding off on this for a reason. We're at Vermont Cider Lab. When you hear lab, you might think of laboratory, but no, Labrador. This is a dog-themed cidery. How freaking cute is that? And of course, it's family owned and locally sourced. You're probably starting to see a theme here at this point, but we got the Bubba, the Luna, the Smelvis, and the Sassafras.
So the first thing you're probably wondering is what is with the names? Well, the first ciders were actually named after the owner's dogs, which is adorable. But it gets even better. For their upcoming releases, they're working with their local humane society on a contest where people can enter in their own dogs, and the winning dog will get their picture and name on their newest ciders, and all of the proceeds go towards their local humane society.
I'll start with the Bubba. This is just like their dry, traditional cider. Oh, wow. It's kind of sour. So crisp and refreshing. I really like that. It's not that sweet either.
Ooh, that doesn't really taste like any other hard cider I've ever had. It honestly tastes exactly like Mott's apple juice with a little splash of alcohol in it, but it is really good.
Okay, the Luna is a raspberry vanilla. It kind of tastes more like cherry vanilla to me. You can even just smell the vanilla. Like before I even drank it, I feel like I got so much flavor just by smelling it.
Oh wow, that is real. It's like cherry Coke, cherry vanilla Coke. Oh my God.
It is actually, that was pretty spot on.
That's really good. I like that one a lot.
Okay, this is the smell this. This is a maple cider. Oh my goodness, it literally tastes like maple syrup in cider. And again, the maple smell is so strong.
Oh my gosh, it's so sweet, but the maple isn't overpowering at all. Coming together of some of Vermont's best things, apple and maple syrup, pretty amazing.
Last but not least is the Sassafras. This is a lemon ginger cider. Ooh, wow, very gingery, lemony. That's great for the summer, so refreshing. These are really good. But I think my favorite part is just the theming, the logo. We already saw dogs in there. It's just, this place is adorable. I love it.
Got the goods?
Got the goods. We got a t-shirt and some ciders for later. We got the Sassafras. Sweet, loyal, beautiful. Casino Cassie Sassafras. She was our angel on earth. Oh my God, it's gonna make her cry. Ah, cute.
If you've never been to Vermont, I would highly recommend adding it to your bucket list, especially in the fall. It is just magical. I just wish we could have taken more of the food home with us, but we aren't going home empty-handed. We've got a whole bag of apples, some ciders, and some maple candies, so we are happy campers, but let us know what you guys have thought of it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.